Alright, what's going on, guys? It's the Philosopher here, back with another character breakdown. I'm still going over Sub-Zero. Last time, we went over his basic attacks, we went over some core concepts. Very, very basic breakdown. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with this series just yet, this is a series for very, very beginners to the game or to the character. I'm not doing a guide type format, I'm breaking down the character the way that I learn, very meticulously, and I hope to help you guys learn how this character works. So this is for people who want to learn very basic concepts, not digging too deep, not getting into the fancy, the pretty stuff, getting into the more important, bare basics of the game. I want to help you learn, and I also want to learn myself. So this is for those people. This isn't for, you know, the people who already know how to do all the fancy combos, all that stuff. So if you are a beginner, I recommend you hit that subscribe button. I'll have more content coming out, just fighting game stuff in general. I also do interviews with people of the fighting game community of all sorts. So more of those will be coming out in the future. I've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. I do also some Street Fighter stuff as well. I'm really wanting to get back into Street Fighter, especially after EVO. I'm wanting to play some more. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions, any comments. That said, we're getting into it. Like I said last time, we left off doing his basic attacks. We kind of talked about that a little bit, and now it's time to go over his combos, his combo attacks, and you'll probably be hearing me talk about this a lot because I really want to stress this, not just for you guys, but for myself as well. But I want to stress the idea of chunking. And chunking is a concept to really consolidate information as much as possible. So you're going to be hearing me talk about that quite often. That said, my first point is we're going to start off with all of his one combos. All the combos that start off with the square or the X for playing on Xbox. And the reason I'm doing that is to make everything a little bit easier to learn. And as you can see, and I haven't seen too many other characters like this, so this is kind of interesting. But this character has, let's look at him, he has Chinese Warrior, Hailstorm, Ice Strike, Permafrost, Icy Death, Tundra, Ices Up, and Cold Encounter. That's 8 combos just from his one. And actually 6 of those 8 combos all start with a neutral 1. So he has a lot of variation just from his one. His 1-1, or just 1. So it's really interesting. We'll try to break those down, and I'm going to be looking for some very specific things here. I'm going to be looking for advancing combos, low combos, overhead combos, and combos that have advantage on block. And there's a reason for that, and that helps me to develop my strategy, my flow chart, if you will, my kind of basic thinking, and I'm trying to get into the concept of understanding metagame, and I really want to sit down and talk to some people about that because I want to better understand that myself. So if you guys know how to learn about the meta of a character, how to really solidify that in your brain and in your fingers, let me know. That said, let's look at these combos. So we got 1-1, boom, high mid, fairly fast. I already know from the last video that his one is I want to say 7 frames. 7 frame startup, so it has a decent startup. Yes, 7 frame startup. It's also +1 on block. So let's go ahead and put that in the advantage on block section. So his Chinese Ninja Warrior, I'm not going to name it, I'm just going to put 1-1. So it's 1-1. I'm going to put some bullet points here. +1 on block. Boom. Alright, we already got our notes building up here just from that first move. So, nothing too great on its own, but on block it does turn this or this into a 6-frame jab. So, out of this, if you block that, it turns into a 6-frame jab. So it kind of gets you a little extra turn against characters that may have 6 frames or 7 frames or up. 6 frames is kind of a gamble, but you would trade if you both did it like frame perfect. So something to keep in mind is it is +1 on block. Nothing too fantastic there. It's not advancing, he stays still, so other than that, it's a high. Keep that in mind that it can whiff. That move right there can whiff. Second move is a mid. So nothing too great there. So okay, let's move on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1. That is a score for the overhead. So let's see here. And as always, I'm going to put these in my notes. You guys will have access to these notes. I'm going to go ahead and post that link in the chat. And I'm going to put it in the description as well if I can. I don't know if I can do it live, but I will do it after the fact. And you guys should be able to share it as well. It's going to be on my Evernote. And you can access it there. So let me see here. Let me see if I can post this on here for you guys. Don't know if I can. I'll post it in the chat, but I will probably have to repost it later on. So let me just go ahead and move on. And we will get to the next one. So let me go back to my notes. So we got 1, 1, 1. Is an overhead. Let me look at the frame data real quick. -9 on block. So you do want to go ahead and put that in the notes. Unsafe on block. Block. Cancel. Can be canceled. Can be canceled. Can be special canceled. So the reason that's important is because 1, 1, 1 really easy to perform. I can buffer this move fairly fast, and if I see him blocking the second hit, let me see here. Let me see if I can go to AI options, put him on random attack. Let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is. So 1, 1, 1. So he, no. I want random string or random combo. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so in theory, I could do 1, 1, 1, and if it hits, that combo's right there. So if it doesn't hit, oh, thank you, Sub-Zero, you timed it perfectly. So if it doesn't hit, I can easily hit confirm or block confirm, whatever you want to call it, and I can do something like that fairly easily if I mash out 1, 1, 1. So, and what's kind of cool about this with Sub-Zero is apparently if you land the combo, it's not going to bring that, it's not going to, let me see here, come on, Bo. Yeah, you can't cancel into your trait if it's on hit. You can only do it on block. So, you just practice this a little bit. If the hit moves, I mean, if your combo hits, try to do either this or this. I think you might have a few other moves. But if it doesn't, you could do something like that to make it safe. From there, you can bloop, or from there, you can do this. Or if you think he's going to jump in, do that. Do some of this. So you have some really good options. And this is a good move if they don't whip the first one. So you can really start to practice just from this one move. And again, this is very basic. I want you to understand the usefulness of these moves. I don't want people to just hop into learning a combo. Like, if you can learn a combo in a couple of seconds, that's great. But what I want to do is teach the fundamentals, how I learn martial arts. My sensei sat me down and made me do one move like 1,000 times and make sure I knew it well, make sure I knew it intimately, so without having to think about it at all. No brain power, it just came out as if I were breathing. That's kind of how I want to introduce my way of teaching this game and teaching characters or learning characters, so that you can really get a fundamental understanding, so that when you play high-level characters, even if you can't do the fancier stuff, you can still win because you have a strong understanding of the basics. That's what you need, a strong foundation of the basics. So, that said, one exercise, one piece of homework that I could recommend you do just from this one combo is turn the character on block, the block style to random combo, and just do 1, 1, 1. If he blocks it, do this. If he doesn't, do this or that. Does he have anything else? Maybe even this. Maybe even this. Maybe even that. If you want to put him into the corner for some reason and then go back to being defensive, you have that option. So you have some different options here depending on where you are on the screen. You do that. Boom. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this because you get the idea of it. But yeah, that's the basic concept. So moving on. Let me go ahead and send him back. So now we have Ice Strike. 1-1-2. That's a mid. Third hit is advancing. So let me go ahead and put that in the advancing. So this is going to be... Oh my goodness, my notes. I'm trying to get my notes together here, but it's not cooperating with me here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got 1-1-2. 1-1-2. Third hit is advancing. And then, what would I say? What would I... Knockdown. I want to say that it knocks him down really far. It sends him flying back pretty far. I don't know if that's a hard knockdown. How can I find that out? Let me see if I can experiment with this right here. So wake up. I want him to wake up. Okay, so let me see here. Okay. Yeah, so it's a hard knockdown. Hard knockdown. And sends enemy flying back a good distance. That's as smart as I can put it for right now. Okay, so why is that useful? Why would that be useful? And let me look at the data here. -4 on block, so that's safe as well. So that's something to put into the notes. It's safe on block. You can't do anything after that, but it's safe on block. It's not cancelable. But this could be a good combo ender. Like say, let me see here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Bam! Sends them into the corner. You can, if they're a close-up character, you can set up your clone and start zoning them out. So it has its uses. Yeah, so they roll back or something like that. So it's pretty useful. I think it's a good combo ender. I'll go ahead and put that in notes. Potentially good combo ender. And I don't want to write my notes in definitives, especially since I'm sharing it, because I'm not 100% sure of a lot of these things. So it gives me the opportunity to be like, potentially sure. What do I mean by that? Let me test it out. Let me go back and look at it, because I'm going to be playing other characters. When I come back to my notes, I can have something and be like, that doesn't sound very sure. Let me test this out. So as I learn and grow, I can be like, no, I found a better combo ender. Or maybe, okay, it's potentially good, but in what situations? When would I want to use this combo? I probably don't want to use this in a corner because it sends them flying. But I don't know what I could do after that. So there may be something better in the corner, maybe a mid-screen thing. So you kind of give yourself wiggle room to learn more as you write notes without having it be too definitive, because you don't know I don't know for 100% sure certainty of the best uses for that. So it gives me that space to come back and revise my notes as I see fit. Moving on, we have Permafrost. Ooh, and that ends in a low. So we got our first low hit here. All right. So that's 1-1-3. Third hit is a low. Let me see if it's cancelable. I doubt it. Not cancelable. Not a hard knockdown, because you can see him getting up really quick. Let me see here. Ooh, and that still reaches. In the corner. So if they roll back... Ooh, I love that move. But anywho. So, off the bat, I see this as a good standing combo ender, like to mix them up a little bit, because you have this right here, and you also have this right here. So, okay, so this goes back to my whole chunking thing, and I'm going to go ahead and isolate these three combos to really solidify this point here. So let me see here, 1, 2, 3. So let's look at this. We want to be able to, I want to remember a overhead combo and a low combo. And a mid ending, like a far knockdown combo. And I have all three of these starting from the same thing. So 1-1, like, all I have to do is remember 1, 2, or 3. Because 1-1 starts the same way. They all start the same way. It's all 1-1-1 overhead, 1-1-2 mid, 1-1-3 low. So you chunk this down. You try to remember this. And this really helps you to understand that you don't have to think as much. It's like, okay, I want to do this as a low. And what's kind of cool about this is because this move right here is cancelable. This move right here is this move right here is cancelable. So, say you're fighting a really defensive person, you can throw this out there quite a bit and see if they start to punish that. So get to the point to where you never even... This is just me thinking in one plan. This isn't the absolute, but I'm just giving you one style of play. So say you do this move all day. You know, maybe you do it at the right distance to where only that move's coming out, or the second hit's getting them, or whatever. But you know, you're when it's hitting, because you've practiced your hit confirms. When it's hitting, you're doing that, or you're doing what is it? You're doing something like that. Yeah. How do I do this? There we go. And then you get some crazy combos. So you start doing that, but then all of a sudden, like, they start blocking it. You know, you're doing this, and they're even blocking that. They're preparing. They do some sort of invincible move. They get you. So you can start doing that and start practicing some setups or something crazy. So you have all these cool options at your arsenal. Ooh, that's nice. Let me see something here, guys. Oh. The timing is a little hard on this. Ugh. I'm trying to get the ice free to come out. So this is a lot of my training right here, is trying to figure this stuff out. Well, anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time. So you get the idea, though. Is you can kind of build a plan and chunk down this information, because you have an overhead, a mid, and a low, all from 2-2. So you kind of get where I'm going with this. You can kind of build a little bit of a flowchart and keep it simple, but be able to observe the enemy and see what they're doing. Because you can do that. I believe that's safe. Yeah, that's safe as well. So you just don't even take that into the equation. But then once you finally do that, you can throw in some new stuff into it, and they won't know how to prepare for that. So I think if you keep something basic and manipulate the basic things and build a strategy off of like how they're reacting to some of the simpler things, you can slowly build a plan and a fight and not reveal too much. A lot of that gets into defensive stuff, and I'm not that great with defense, so I hope to make some videos for that in the future as I learn some stuff. Let's go ahead and move on. So we still got some more here. We got 1-2. So these two go together. You got 1-2 and 1-2-3. And 1-2 is actually a low. And let me look here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the range. Oh, dude. The range on that. So the first hit's a high, but the second hit is a low. So you don't even, like, forget this move right here. Boom, boom. That range is ridiculous. Alright, so let's add that into the low. So we've got 1-2-3. Not 1-1-2-3, 1-2-3. Second hit is a low. Second hit is advancing, is a good advancing low. 1, 2, 3. This might be cancelable. It is cancelable. Boom. Okay, there we go. I see. Oh. There we go. Alright, I'm figuring stuff out here. I'm just kind of testing out a few things. So anywho, third hit is also advancing. Is it a high or a mid? Let's see here. It's a mid. Alright. Third hit is advancing. So this is a pretty good move. And let's look at some of the frame data here. Some of the frame data. So it's not safe on block, but both of these moves are cancelable. So keep that in mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually add a second one here. 1, 2. I'm gonna do 1, 2, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 because these are separate combos. So hit is a low. Second hit is advancing, and I'm kind of overlaying some stuff here, but I do want to at least make it known that both of these moves do exist. Cancelable, special, cancelable, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright, let me test something out here real quick. Okay, I figured it would be. Okay, and the combos. Alright, cool. So, really good moves. Looks like it cancels as well. And these moves are really slow, so you really want to get into the habit of hit confirming. And let me try something here for you guys real quick. Ah, okay. So let me see. It's probably gonna be hard to tell. So I want to introduce a concept to you guys. Some of you may already know this, but I just want to go ahead and mention it. This is what I do for combos like this, where they're kind of anytime that I can shortcut my inputs, I'm going to do that. So I actually do 1, 2, back 3. So 1, 2, back 3. 1, 2, back 3. Boom. 1, 2, back 3. Forward 3. Or not. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So 1, 2, back 3, forward 3. I think. Oh my goodness, I can't do it now if I'm talking. Yeah, so it just makes it so that you don't have to do 1, 2, 3, back, forward 3. It's 1, 2, back 3, forward 3. But you have to do it kind of fast. Yeah. It's kind of confusing, and it's not that hard to do back, forward 3 either way, but it's just something to think about. I actually find back forward 3 easier in that instance, but like something like Atrocitus's air 3 into forward 1 is actually pretty simple. But yeah, that's a pretty good move. I don't know if... Nah. Oh! Oh, only works in the corner. Can do command grab in corner. Nah, see? I'm learning. I'm learning. That's really useful to know. Let me see something here, though. So, yeah. Yeah, so that you can see where that could go into some really interesting things. But let's move on. So we got a triple low here. So we got a 1-1 and we got a 1-1 down 3. He's got a lot of lows, if you haven't noticed. So we got 1-1 and we got 1-1 down 3. Oh no, excuse me. Back 1-1. Back 1-1 down 3. So both are lows. I'm doing back 1-1 first. Both are lows. Slightly advancing. And then, I know it's cancelable. I'm pretty sure it's cancelable, but let me check. Yeah. Special. Cancel. Blah, 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 blah. Can't spell. And then I doubt that the cold encounters. No, that's not cancelable. But it looks like it might be a hard knockdown. Oh, you son of a gun. Roll mode on. Okay. So yeah, I think it's a hard knockdown. The back 1-1 down 3. So something I kind of want to talk about here is, you know, you have this move right here, and the only thing that follows up after that. So anyone who has played Sub-Zero or fought his fair share of Sub-Zeros knows this. So if you are abusing this move, and these are -9 and -13, they're unsafe on block. If you're punishing them and not playing it smart, not getting out of there and whatnot, you probably will get punished. But if you're astute, if you're paying attention, you can use it to your advantage and do something like that. And it actually combos, but you get a hit of armor. You know, no one's expecting 2 lows into an overhead. This is not something you can do all the time. But it's an option that you now have in your arsenal because you've been abusing this so much. Because you've been doing this. Oh, wish I could do that. So you kind of see where I'm going with this, and that's pretty much all that we have for the ones. A lot of them. I think that's probably a majority of his combos. Yeah, so that was a majority of them. The rest of them, well, we have 1, 3, 3. Let's go ahead and cover that real quick. This right here, it's cancelable. It's kind of advancing, but I'm not really going to throw it in advancing. I know this right here is safe, but it's nothing to call home about, in my opinion, just by itself. But you can cancel it into a bunch of stuff, and it's probably a decent. I'm wondering what you can do with that, because it seems like it's pretty decent. It's -5, so it's safe. So that's kind of cool. On hit, it's +1, so you have a standing combo. But let's move on to the other combos that I want to get to here. We have this thing right here that looks like a low. And it's actually not a low, it's a mid. And then into another mid that's like a horizontal attack, and that's some decent range to it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in advancing. Let's see here. Oh, what's going on? I see a message, but I could not read it for some reason. Let me check that real quick. But let me add this to my notes real fast. So we got 1-1. Excuse me, 2-2. 2-2. Oh, what's going on, Wrecked or Get Wrecked? I am doing well. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. 1-1 or 2-2. What do I keep saying? 1-1. 2-2. Slightly advancing, but has good range. So as you can see, my way of learning is very meticulous, but I like it. I like it. It's safe on block as well. Safe on block. Anything else? It's also cancelable, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, yeah. And then, of course, it combos into some other stuff. Oh! So, 113. Good range. Third hit is a launcher. Launcher? 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 Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, Cold-Blooded is not safe on block. Cold-Blooded is not safe on block. Delete that. Okay. Snowfall is safe on block. 2-2-3. Safe on block. Launcher, I don't know what you could do from it. Is it cancelable? It says it's cancelable. Pretty sure it is. Welcome to the stream, guys. What's going on? So let me see here. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and it says it is cancelable. Yeah, I kind of figure you can juggle with it in the corner, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell. That might be. What other options do I have? So that might be a lie. It says it's cancelable within 18 frames, but something makes me think otherwise, unless I'm doing something wrong. Oh. How fast is his regular, or his EX slide? What? Oh, that's probably the second hit of it. Yeah, okay. But I'm gonna have to experiment with that one. But let me go ahead and move on real quick. Ooh, I want to get to the fun ones that I like. Look at the animation for this one. So cool. So that's obviously going to be one that's an advancing, one that's a low. So that goes into both categories, and this is where my notes start to get kind of convoluted. I'm not the best at note taking, but I'm going to go ahead and put them in both of these. So I'm going to put in my advancing, and then I'll just copy it over into my low as well, just so that I know what's in both those categories. So it's back 1-3. Now yeah, advancing on. Looks like he's dancing, like he's doing. It makes me think of like the karate version of the the Melbourne Shuffle for some reason. Ah. I need to get some music in here, some techno, hard step, hard style music. But both moves are advancing. Advancing on both hits. Second hit is a low, and I'll actually copy this, put it in my low notes as well. And also, thank you for the tip, Rector B. Rect. I'm gonna have to experiment with that a little bit because I know you said that I can do it off of my I can do that into my slide, electric slide. So I will play with that. But for now, let's move on to. Oh, what's the frame date on that? -14. Ugh. And then chill out. That is not a hard knockdown, but it knocks the enemy down. Has some good... He has a good dash, by the way. I don't know. His forward dash. I like it. Don't like the sweep animation, though. I don't like that. Boom. Okay, so that is safe on block. I doubt it's cancelable. No. But advancing on third hit as well. So advancing on all 3 hits is a pretty good advancing move. It kind of covers some range. Depending on who you're fighting, you can kind of slide your way in there. It's a mid pack, so it's not like you have a chance of them going under the move. Like, look how much look how much distance he covers. It's pretty impressive, I think. So, anywho, I need some Techno Syndrome number 7 playing in the background. I'll try to get that working. Once I get a capture card, I'll probably be able to play music, but that's not on the budget right now. But so other than that, let me go ahead and move on to the next ones. That one's a good move, but this move right here, also really cool. He does like the Zangief grapple type thing. I just want to type this into my notes real quick. Back 1 3 3. Back 1 3 3. On all 3 hits. Safe on block. Okay, so now we have his forward 2-2 and his forward 2-2 grab. I'll just put, or G, I'll put G. I know that the 4-2-2 is safe on block. It's also cancelable. Special canceled. Pardon the typos. I'm going to go back and fix the typos. If you guys need the link, let me know. Otherwise, you'll see it in the comments once I like re-upload this or whatever. But outside of that, I think the main cool part of it is that it goes into a command grab, which is this right here. And you can either do the Street Fighter grab, like the 1 and 3, 1+3, or you can just do the normal like left trigger grab. I don't know whichever one is normal, but basically it's a side switching throw. Obviously, this would be a good combo to use if, for some reason, you get put into the corner, and now what happened? Now they're in the corner. So it's a good move to use if you're in the combo. I mean, not in the combo, if you're in the corner. And you want to get them in the corner, or maybe you want to get them away from the corner for whatever reason. Maybe you're not confident in that, or maybe you got some stuff you want to set up, some shenanigans. I don't know. I don't know what life you're about, but yeah, it's good. It's not safe on block, but let's see what it looks like on block. Let's see what it looks like on block. So it looks like that. But unlike that move, this move right here is not blockable. Only when you're in like block animation can you do that. But yeah, that wraps it up for this tutorial. I think I've gone on long enough. If you want to stick around with me for a couple more minutes, I'll play a few ranked matches with Atrocitus real quick. And then I've got to head to the Gym. So let me go ahead and stop this right here. I'm going to say my spiel, then I'll hop back on. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps me out. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can get updates on whenever I hit a video. Also hit that bell button because that'll tell you whenever I'm live or when I upload a new video. I do have a lot of content coming out, a lot of interviews with people from the FGC. I've got one with Richard Thayer coming up. Hopefully one with Alucard. I can get that landed. I have one with a person who's actually really big into meditation. I have a video, a podcast coming out for that one, so stay tuned. I'm actually really excited about that one. And then I've got a lot more with Joe Monday from Street Fighter, Deep Gem, along the line. So hit that subscribe button, stay tuned. I'll be back in just a second to play a little bit of rank before I head out.